It's 4 in the morning. Well, probably just gone now. 2 kilometers into this run, what I'm doing, I'm going to do 11.3k today. All running is, at a very basic level, is supply and demand. You have to supply your body with the energy it demands for the effort that you're putting in. Like right now, my heart rate is cruising 40 to 50 beats per minute slower than its maximum. The demand for the energy is at a nice balanced effort. Your anaerobic capacity, when you're running really quick, depends on how good your aerobic capacity is, because you have to develop your aerobic capacity to deal with the anaerobic side. So when your body wants more energy off you, you've got a better system in place within to supply it. If it makes sense what I'm saying. These are the days though, without getting all soft and stuff, these are the days you look back on when you're older and you just think, when you can't do it anymore. Out training, kids still young enough to ask interesting but the most batshit crazy questions ever. You just got to make the most of it. Running for me helps me with, you know, everything. Balance upstairs, body physically, out training. I know I'm doing stuff, and longevity as well. Tomorrow's not promised for nobody, but it's gonna come, whether you're here or not. Give yourself the best chance to make a lot more tomorrows, because one thing you don't see is big old men. You know, you just don't see it. That was more of a chilled one than I usually do. I've got a hard session tomorrow, so I don't really want to overcook my system. That was 11.33 kilometers, average pace 4:46 per kilometer, which is, if you work in miles, so 7 miles ran just then with about 7 minute 30 second roughly, or 7:35 for every mile on average. And my heart rate was like averaged at 132. It would have been lower if I wouldn't have been yapping so much while I was running, because when you talk when you run, you just limit the breath you're getting in for energy, so your heart beats a little bit harder. Summertime, man. It's already daytime at 5 in the morning. There's the morning cardio done. Another day, another dollar, another day on the buses. Let's go in here, see what the dance is, see which one of these bad boys I'm driving. I've managed to secure a nice decent parking spot at the back of the depot. Now I'm going to go in and check what I'm doing today. I think I'm on the 101s and the 103s, which it'll be a decent day for me. I've got about half an hour before I start my duty, so I'm going to go in here and grab a coffee first. Let's see where I'm actually. An electric bus. I'm on an electric bus today. Got 25 minutes first, so I'm having a coffee. What's happening, Lee?
Yeah, easy lad.
You see me this morning?
Fucking did I? He's just going, happy.
Know where my bus is. I'm going to do the first user checks on this bus, then get out the depot. What a beautiful day though to be working. I'm out training in the morning. This is what I'm talking about. A green electric one. Here we go. Just got this one in front of mine. Gotta get the first user checks done on the bus before I can get out of here, which takes, you get 15 minutes to do it, and that's ample time really. And then it's departure. You have to make sure all these bells are working is one of the job, but there's a time gap, so you can't press it then press it again, amongst other things. Right, anyway.
Fire system pressure, okay.
That beeping's the air pressure. It says the brake pressure is low, but that's normal, that'll just build up. With these electric buses, we have to put the mirror on ourselves. So we hook it on out here. That That's sweet. Sometimes it can be a process just fiddling with it. But checks on the bus are done. I've got to wait for this one to get out in front of me. Now I can get out of here, the bus in front of me is gone. And I've got to run dead to Wythenshawe, do the 101. One trip on the 101 in and out of town this morning, which is sweet, but it just means my second half is going to be a big half. Yo!
How you doing? You alright?
You alright?
I'm watching YouTube channel.
Oh, nice one, nice one.
I'm not from this demo, from High Road.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Literally, today I made like a TikTok of day in the life of bus driver.
Yeah? Oh, good.
I see your content. Keep going, man. Appreciate it, man.
Nice one, yeah, man.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. Cheers for that. That was nice of him. Yeah, so I've got to run now from here to Wythenshawe, which is cool, but it just means my second half is going to be a big half. Longer than this one. I've only got to go in and out of town once as the 101. Squeeze in this gap between these two buses. I've had questions like, how come you have to fit the mirror? When I've done this on other videos, and people are like, why do you have to fit the mirror on the bus? I have no idea. I think it's because they park so close together maybe, and the mirror overhangs, possibly something like that, but I honestly have no idea. And the reason we got the other Volvos in at the minute is because we've got some buses going off being painted yellow, so we're short of a few buses. And the hybrids, I don't mind, but I actually put something on TikTok the other day. There's actually a fake TikTok account that actually did my editing last week that kept posting videos off my YouTube every single day. Like just ripping videos off my YouTube and just throwing them onto this fake TikTok, and people were thinking it was me because the username was like MattRuns18 and it had something else after it, and it was just, the content was my content, but it wasn't high quality. It was like it had just been squashed down. And anyway, yeah, I put a video on my own TikTok and I was saying that I was in one of the Volvos that come out from the depot and it broke down on me. And it broke down on me. One of these Volvos we've got in broke down on me with like 10 minutes to go in my last trip. And that was one of the hybrids. That's the only thing I put a hybrid. Right, let's get out of here. Go to Civic. Yeah, just don't break down on me, that's all I ask of you. Coming into Wythenshawe bus station now. I've got like 9 minutes before I need to be out, so I can't go on the stand yet. TFGM bus stations, you have 5 minutes on the stand, no more than 5 minutes. So there's a layover bay here I can pull into and just get ready to get on the stand and just chill out for a little minute, which is decent. I've just got to swing it around this corner. There are also 5 mile per hour bus stations as well, which is just overkill if you ask me. Some of the buses idle at 7, some of them even, I read in some comments, some idle at 10 mile per hour, which isn't fast at all unless you're running at 10 mile per hour. Then believe me, if you can run 10 miles in an hour, you're an absolute savage. Here we go, bosh. Just park here and just wait up for a minute, stretch my legs, chill out. Nice run this morning, 7 miles in the bank, running bank. People have asked me about the weightlifting. I used to do weightlifting. I'm not focusing on weightlifting one bit at the minute. I'm focusing solely on me running because I've got the Winslow Summer 10K coming up in about 7 weeks, which I really want to get a decent time at. And I've got some races coming up after that, some 10K races, so I want to do some 5K time trials. In running, the margins, like the seconds that you have to get. The last 5K I did, the hard one, was 18 minutes 5 seconds. If I want to knock 6 seconds off that and go under 18 minutes,
I don't think I'm in under 18 minutes shape now. I'm probably in around about 18:15, 18:20. So I need to just knuckle down for a couple of weeks, drill this hard training, do some proper good hard speed sessions, get my body right, get my core right, get my core strength up. Anyway, let's see how long I've got to get into town. I leave at 6:54 and I get to Piccadilly Gardens at 8:04. So I'm potentially going to miss the school run on the way into town. Probably get a few, because there's Trinity High School as you get into town, and there's kids around here that get it, so they get the bus early. So you can get an influx of school kids from that side, and then coming out of town, I leave at 8:20 and I get back to here at 21 minutes past 9. Yesterday, I must have had the mirror image duty of this, but the bus in front, because I got back here yesterday at 9:36 AM, and today I do the same thing in 101 in, 101 out, and I get back here at 9:21. So it's predicting a quiet trip. Get on the stand now, put my numbers up, because it is 4 minutes to leave. This is what I love about this job. You get days like this, beautiful weather, you get up in the morning, you get out, you get your training in, get to work. It's not physical. I'm in an electric bus, which is even better, so I've got more leg room in the front of the cab, because I've been asked what are my favourite buses to drive, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. The new Ultraliners are really good camera wise, like they beat the mirrors on the old buses by any day of the week, especially at night time. And they take corners a lot better, but the cab room's small, so if you're in there for 5 hours, you know, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. These ones are cool. I love the electric ones. The only problem I have with these is if they start breaking down or going really, really, really slow, if they go into limp mode. That's the only thing. Right, let's see what we've got. We've got 3 minutes before we've got to depart, and we've got a message about the 101. On New Tree Slip Road outbound, there is a broken down wagon. It is passable. Please use care and caution in the area. Any issues, contact comms. That was at 5 AM, so that might be gone now. When you put your service in on the ticket machine, whether you're the 43, 143, 101, 103, if there's any messages about that service, as soon as you've punched it in that you're going to do that number, you get messages about that service, which is good, and it tells you whether whether there's any issues on the route or whether there's any diversions or something like that. I'm at the Alexandra timing point now, and I've been good for time this whole trip. I mean, like, I've been getting to the timing points early, 2-3 minutes early, which has been great. That's how it should be, because these timing points, this is the time you're supposed to be departing the timing point, not the time you're supposed to be arriving at it. So I've had plenty of time to load up, get off the stand, and there's been a lot of people at the bus stops, like kids and things like that, because the school picked up a lot this morning. But I'm okay for time, which is just great. Got to Piccadilly, bang on time. I'm going to log off this ticket machine, I need to use the toilet. And I'm at that ropey time now where there's 16 minutes before I've got to leave the stand. I'm not going around the block because I need the toilet. So I've got to take my cash tray with me, because I'm not leaving that on the bus, but I'll leave my bag on the bus. Go to the toilets here now, and then get back on the bus, and then I should have about 10 minutes to go before I've got to leave, which will be ample time to just stay on the stand. I've just left Piccadilly on time. That's belting. Pretty busy loading people up. On the way to the toilet, there's people stopping me saying, "Are you the guy off YouTube?" I was like, "Yeah." loads of these nice lads, they were just saying they watched the videos, which was really good. And then I was chatting with one of the inspectors who told me that there was people looking for me that wanted to meet me, who I'd already just spoke to, because the lads that I was speaking to said they was asking the inspectors where I was. And then I seen the inspector and he said, oh, these people want to meet you. I said, I've already seen it. And then I was chatting with the inspector before I left, which was nice. Now, the journey back from town to Wythenshawe. Log off that, put the board at the front, handbrake on. Now it's time to go and pick up some scran. Get me cash tray. Yeah, I needed to be in that bus today, this morning. Getting a run done like that in the morning, you don't want to be crammed up, and those electric buses are decent for leg space. Yeah, I'm hungry now, so I'm going to go and grab some food. Sort the seat out. I'm going to end up leaving this depot a minute late, because I just had to play bus roulette trying to find the bus. It's got to be a bit ropey getting around that. Let's get out of here. Oh, that's tight. This is going to be a lengthy trip, this, because I've got to go into town, back out of town, then back into town as the 101, and then I've got to leave town on my last trip out as the 103, where I go to Sharston Green, which if you're going outbound towards Manchester Airport, that's the switchover point. Inbound is Leastone Road. Inbound, if you're going inbound, you can just walk to Leastone Road. So when someone meets me at Sharston Green to do the changeover, they'll be in a van. Then I'll have to take the van back to the depot. All good, hopefully. No dramas, and I'm on time. It's mad how many people are recognising me. It's actually pretty crazy. I've never had this kind of stuff before. But I appreciate it, all the YouTube stuff, all the people that are watching it. Massive thank you, because without the people watching it and the engagement, it wouldn't be doing as well as what it's doing. So I appreciate it a lot. And especially because I put so much time into the editing and the video and all that sort of stuff, it really makes a difference that it's getting seen. Do you know what I mean? The videos that I'm doing are getting seen, and now I'll finish this shift and then I'm off tomorrow. I'm telling you, time flies on this job. It really does. You know, like sometimes on some jobs time can drag. It's not the same on this job. Like, you're aware of how late you are, like minutes wise and things like that, but the passing clock in general, hours and minutes, they fly by. It just flies by like you wouldn't believe. And before you know it, the shift's over. It's good. It's a good job. It's a good job. I mean, I think I've always had real back-breaking jobs that I've had to physically graft hard for. I've always been in construction and I've never shied away from hard work. I've always done my training, I've always done heavy work, and it's took its toll on my body. I've had hernias and everything because of all the heavy lifting and stuff like that with the weights and doing block and beam flooring for 20 years. So to do something like this where I'm just sat in a bus and I'm chilling, I'm cruising around, I'm picking people up, and then on top of it, it makes it better when the weather's nice. You don't understand how much of a contrast it is to what I used to do. When I say like I really love this job and like it's a cool job, I'm coming from a place of total different perspective than say someone that's been sat in this seat for 15 years, looking at it from any false perspective kind of thing. It's good. because you can moan and whinge about the running times all you want in this job and go, oh, this. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be late and you want your finish time, you will get your finish time. You might lose a little bit of break time on the breaks because you might be late on your meal break, so you'll get back and they might say, go and take half an hour and come and see me. So you get half an hour break when maybe you should have had 45 minutes, or that's what it was scheduled to be. But that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's it. For me anyway. Depends what angle you're coming in to look at it on. Everyone's different, everyone's point of view is different, and everyone has a different opinion. So can only give you my opinion. I can't give you anyone else's. But it's a good day if you make it a good day. Now let's get to Wythenshawe Interchange. I was doing a split shift and I actually threw some videos on TikTok. What I did was I was driving one of the new hybrids, it's an old hybrid but new to the depot, and it was an older bus than what we drive in the depot. Not older, different, bigger back end on it, got to watch out for the tail swing, and I was doing the 143s, and on my last trip out I had 10 minutes to go before I was finished and the bus broke down.
Would you believe it? On my last trip out of town, it broke down on me. And I had to wait for engineering to come and refill the engine coolant oil. And I'm on a split today, so mad. Which cost me about 45 minutes, which is a limit. So I'm out on my 7-mile run now, and I've got to be back in the depot by 3 o'clock.
And I never signed off and got paid for it, because as soon as I got back to the depot, I had about 3 hours before I had to get back to the depot to sign back on for my duty. And I just couldn't be bothered going in there and queuing up at the traffic office and explaining, and for 45 minutes worth of pay. I just thought, no. Did my 7-mile run, managed to have some dinner, and then I'm back at work. And I was finishing at 6:45 at night. My missus and kids were picking me up in the car. They were in front of the bus driving on the way back to the depot, and the kids were loving it, watching the bus driving and stuff. I got a message when I was at Wythenshawe Interchange, and it said something like, hi Matt, can you run the service to town? The driver's phoned in sick and there's nobody to take it. And it's 7:15, I'd just done a split shift, I'd been in work, signed on 12 hours previous. I just said, no I can't, I've got plans. You're talking running the service like the 43 into Piccadilly at that point, and then running it back from Piccadilly, so you're talking an hour and a bit, more than an hour and a bit, overtime. So you're not finishing until nearly 8:30, 9 o'clock or something. I was like, no. I said, I can't. I've got my missus picking me up on the depot. It's just not doable for me. So he just said, okay, transfer your passengers. So I transferred the passengers. I had to tell him that there was another bus coming, which there was. He wasn't happy about it, so I could get my finish time that night. So I've got to Southern Cemetery now 2 minutes early, which is about right. Have a good day, pal. These timing points are the time you're supposed to depart, not the time you're supposed to arrive. So you should be departing at the time that it says on your board, not arriving at that time. Set off now to the next timing point, which is Alexandra Park, and the last timing point of this trip before Piccadilly. Arriving at Piccadilly now, 3 minutes early. That feels good. Just that extra 3 minutes of layover. You don't get much layover. That extra little bit doesn't half make a difference, and you can stretch your legs after the passengers have offloaded. When you get a bit of layover time and you're on the stand and you park up, you turn the engine off and you're stretching your legs, you're getting back in the cab to move the bus up to the next one. And then when the bus in front, 38, moves, got his numbers up, so you're talking 3 more minutes, I'll be pulling up to the front of the stand. It's good. Stretch your legs off, relax, vital. It's the kids' sports day today. One of them's one after the other, so Lilies will be starting soon, so I want to make sure that they do good. Not do good, just try. I know you're not supposed to say. You're not supposed to say, "Don't worry if you don't win." I say win. Jackson, win. Jump across the line if you have to. Go for the win. I'm super competitive as a person in my training, in life, in everything, and I want to teach the kids to be competitive. And it's a double-edged sword because I'm always proud of them whether they win or lose, but I don't want to give them an excuse to not try. They have to try. If you don't try, what are you doing? At least try. Try your hardest. And then if you lose or you whatever in anything, you've tried, haven't you? Try and win. Coming out of town, I'm about 5 minutes from Alexandra Park and I should already be there. I'm supposed to arrive at Alexandra Park timing point outbound at 12 in the afternoon. It's 12 in the afternoon now and I've still got about 4, including the Alexandra Park timing point, 4 bus stops to stop at that are busy. So most likely be late here. I'll see if any of these want the bus because they're all stood here, but most likely they're waiting for a coach. There was a load of people sat at that bus stop with just suitcases and bags, and coaches usually stop there, Flexbus and stuff like that. And I stopped anyway, and one person got on that was obviously wanted this bus. But usually you'll drive past stops like that unless somebody puts their hand out. But it's a hard one. If you stopped at every single bus stop that there was, you'd have to cancel one of the trips or 2 of the trips because you'd never make the times. So you really do rely on people giving you a clue. Well, obviously we're stopping at the next one, which is Great Western Street, then we're stopping at the one after that, and then the one after that is Alexandra Park. So we'll see how late I am when I get there. I was just coming through the shop section of Moss Side, pulling in at the first bus stop. So, there we go. Probably going to be about 5 or 6 minutes late at this bus stop. You know, I think I will. Because there's still 2 sets of traffic lights to get through. There's that place, Sassa's. Get all the food going. Tell you what, I've never been there, but if I'm ever in there, I'm going there. Get something to eat. Just looks like an old school barbecue place. Ooh, the next bus stop is the timing point. The lights are on red. It's 12:04. Like I predicted, they'll be 6 minutes late. That's just the difference between going inbound and outbound. And the difference is just getting out of Piccadilly. I think on average it just takes a lot longer than it does getting in there. Getting out of there can be a process. Well, let's pull into Alexandra Park next to the depot, the old bus depot. And leave 5 minutes late. Bear in mind, I've got 6 minute layover time at Wythenshawe. So I'm either going to make time up now, or I'm going to lose more time. So we'll have to see. But either way, cruising, still chilling through the day. The timing points and the lateness is just a point of reference for the video. Makes no odds on me at the minute. So I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing. We're approaching, you have to turn here at the Black Boy pub. There's just pure hospital parking here that make navigating this road, because you can come up against another bus here, a nightmare. Because everyone has to pay for that parking who works at the hospital. They come and park the cars just anywhere. They should have free parking, but they don't. And they park, they'll just throw them anywhere. There's these cones that they put up at the Wythenshawe Hospital, and they've had to put them there because they were parking there where it was just causing an actual nightmare for the traffic going in and out of the hospital, so now they've had to put these barriers up to stop people parking there. I should be at Wythenshawe Hospital at 12:28, so I should be there now. So I'm probably going to get there 3.5 minutes late, 4 minutes late again. There's no way I'm just going straight to the stand if I get to Wythenshawe though, and just doing another trip straight back into town to keep it on time. I'm stretching my legs off and I'm going toilet, because there should be a little bit more layover time there. Here we go. Well, let's see. Let's see. Hang on. See, here's where they've had to put the barriers up in Wythenshawe Hospital to stop people parking here, because people were parking on the double yellows here, mounting the curb, parking on the road, and all up here. And these are tight roads anyway. So let's see what the dance is there. Right, so we've left there 3.5 minutes late. We've got to get back to Wythenshawe interchange at 12:40, so we've got like, what, 8 minutes? No chance. We're going to get there. I predict 3 minutes late. We'll see. Approaching Wythenshawe town centre now, Civic, and I'm 4 minutes late, so I have to leave at 12:46. By the time I get to the stand, it'll be 12:44. By the time the people have got off the bus, it's more or less going to be time to leave. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go around to the stand and restart the next service without even stretching my legs or anything, because I know when I get to Burbage Road, the first timing point, I'm potentially going to get there 3 minutes early. So I'll just be able to just get out then and just stretch my legs. Bloody hell, I've got 1 minute before I've got to leave. So I'm going to have to put my numbers up. Just get a good start on this service now, because I know by the time I get to Burbage Road, I'm going to be a couple of minutes early, which means I'll be able to stretch my legs off there. I don't like starting things late. Now then! Yes. Even though I potentially will start this service late, because I've got to leave in 20 seconds, and depending on how many people are there, I could probably leave this stand late. I'm leaving that stand a minute late. Ooh, not ideal really, but I've saved the service and I've kept it on time. I just hope I get to Burbage Road like I got to Burbage Road before, 4 minutes early, 3 minutes early, so I can just stretch my legs a little bit. It's a hit and miss, it really is hit and miss. It's just not good for your body posture or your hip flexors or anything, being sat in this position all day. So it's nice to be able to get up and stretch around and move your legs and have a stretch off. You just need to do it, which I'm not happy I never got a chance to do it then, but I'm betting on the chance I get to do it in a minute. But then that just depends, doesn't it, on traffic lights, you know, things that are already predetermined before you even, you know, you can't predict it. Whatever will be, will be. The sun is shining. It's a Wednesday afternoon. I'm off tomorrow. I've already started my last trip into town. Look at the positives. I've done a belting 7-mile run this morning. And I've got 4 minutes before I've got to leave here, belting. So I will get to stretch my legs. That's what I need. 3 minutes before I've got to leave this timing point. I'm at the point now where I've passed the Britannia Hotel timing point. I've got to turn off through Northington and get to Sharsden Green and I'm done. I'm okay for time. Left Piccadilly on time. Now my last thing to do is get through these lights, these last, like, well, there's no traffic here. So that's even better. Hook it through Northington now and go around there. Sharsden Green's just there. I've got to be there in 9 minutes. I'll easily make that. Finished on time, and I'll probably get to the driver on time as well. Around this corner. I'll be finished on time. I'll be able to hand the bus over to the driver on time as well, which is a bonus because nobody likes to finish late. Nobody. and what nobody likes to hand over a late bus to another driver either. It's inevitable. If you have to, you have to. I've had plenty of late buses given to me, and you know, vice versa. I've handed late buses over, but it's nice to get it there on time. So when the universe allows it, it's good. Here's the 43. Get me out of here. Oh, it's not even here. Should be a car here now, a van here waiting for me. I mean, granted, I'm 3 minutes early, but still, there should be a car here. I can only imagine it's coming round the roundabout now, or it's in this bus. Right, I'm gone. The driver came, albeit a little bit late, but he came. And now it's home time. I'm just gutted I've missed the kids' sports day today, but what can you do? Do you know what I mean? I've got to go to work. Still, I've got a nice day off tomorrow, and I finished at a reasonable time. When I had my last day off, I think I finished at like 7 at night, which there's not really much of the night left at 7 at night when I had my last day off. And then I had one day off, and then I was in at like 4:30 on the day back I was back in. So you didn't get much of a night when... I didn't get much of a night the night I was, you know, off to have a lie-in the next day, which I didn't have a lie-in. I ended up doing the school run and all that stuff. But then, even the night after, you've got to go bed early because you're up for work at like, you know, silly hours. And I was up running at like 3 in the morning that morning as well. So it is what it is. But tomorrow, I'm off. I've got the afternoon off today. I've got tomorrow off, and then I'm in at like, I don't know, I think it's 6 o'clock or something on Saturday. So I'll take that. But I'll still be up Saturday morning early doors getting my run done. Getting a hard speed session in before my shift. Activity is everything. It really is everything. Day finished, day done. Might make it back on time to pick the kids up for school, and that'll be it. But I've enjoyed doing this one. This has been a good one to do. And I appreciate everyone who watches it and interacts with the video, and everyone who enjoys it. Honestly, if you get enjoyment out of watching it, it's just as much as what I get out of making it. So, see you in the next one, people.